on this program, in this format, in formats like this, okay, you have opinions, you have takes, right?
Indeed.
Conversations, recriminations, sometimes rants, as Josh Rosen accused me of having in regards to John Beilein, beating it on down the line to the National Basketball Association for my alma mater when Josh was on yesterday. And look, I'm a guy, I'm very, I like to think, reasonable, in a position, in a chair, and shows similar to these where hosts may be somewhat brash, rash, unreasonable, having opinions, takes, thoughts, that they then appear the next day showing up in that chair and pound the chest a little bit. Pound the chest. I was right. Right? I don't look at myself as one of those hosts. Okay? I just don't. They can be them. I'm me. But I will start this show with 4 words that I don't usually start with, but I feel today is appropriate. I told you so. I told you so. I told you the owner of the Knicks had the worst karma ever. Schmendrick, what did I call him? A Schmendrick? Schmohawk?
Schmendrick.
His band is Schmecky. I told you so.
Yeah.
I told you this man's karma. When the Knicks tank just in time for them to change the rules on how they portion out the percentages for the number 1 overall pick in this crazy-ass draft lottery that the NBA has now, with a really wild mathematical slide rule, ping-pong ball system. Took the wrong year to tank. Right guy to tank for, wrong year to try and tank. And as much fun as I do have with Dolan's karma, and it is terrible, it really is the worst. Currently in sports, the way he treats fans, the way he just acts and is reactive. Basketball gods see that and frown on it. You can believe it or not. I have my fun with it. Our shrine, clearly, Brockman, we should have just lit the sage. All
Should've
sorts of
lit the
fire
sage,
codes
yeah.
be damned. We should have just lit it.
Should have risked it. But
New Orleans fans are saying, thanks for not lighting it. Congrats, Pelicans fans. This kid is dynamite. He's dynamic. He's coming your way. New Orleans Pelicans at 33-49. 6% chance to get Zion Williamson last night, and they got him. 6% was the percentage. And it's a huge boon. And now the question is, what do you do? Does Anthony Davis sit there and go, okay, that kid's coming our way? And I know that I demanded a trade, and I know I wanted out, and I know it was ugly, and I know I don't really want to be there, and I know I kind of burned bridges, but maybe, just maybe, we figure it out because this kid's incredible. And we can dominate together. Or he's thinking, I want out, and then David Griffin, the general manager there, new GM there, is thinking, all right, I'll give you the exit visas. I'll just get a whole bunch of kids, and we'll start from scratch right here, and Zion, we'll build around Zion and start going from there. Because at some point, Golden State's going to get old and gray. I can just build this young team right here from the ground up. Alvin Gentry will coach them up, and then we'll start dominating just like everybody else. Or the rumor is Zion didn't want to go there, and you trade him? I mean, there's so many different options here. That's the crazy one, isn't it? That's the nutty one.
yeah, he didn't look too happy.
Because Anthony Davis is going to go, and you can't – Zion's staying. I mean, but the whole conversation that Zion wanted to go to Atlanta, wanted to go to New York, and he's not happy about this right now. I don't think he has any options.
Go fool Eli Manning.
But, I mean, you have to ask this question. I'm going to ask this of 2 guests. Howard Beck of Bleacher Report, who was inside the room. You know, there's the draft lottery hall where the ESPN cameras are showing all of the representatives of the teams at their desks. The assistant commissioner, or the deputy commissioner, Mark Tatum, with his really, I'll be honest with you, bizarre smile as he's smiling, delivering the worst possible news to most every franchise's name that comes out of his mouth. The fan bases and the franchises involved are miserable for the most part. And he's sitting there smiling. Like Bill McAtee at the end of a live read.
Nice.
That's deep. That's deep.
Deep McAtee.
You always, if you go McAtee, you got to go deep McAtee. But here, hey, Knicks, you're the 3rd overall pick. Big smile. Yeah, that's great. Hey, Cleveland, guess what you are? You're the 5th overall pick. Smile. You had a 52% chance of getting in the top 4, but you're 5th. Smile. Hey, Phoenix Suns, guess what? You had the same odds as the Cavs and the Knicks of being in the top 4 and the top overall pick. You're 6th. Smile.
It's weird.
It's so weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
But the NBA, you got to figure out. We're all talking about it. It was riveting television.
Was.
It is. But the teams that need the most help don't get it. Because why? The rest of the league can't be trusted to not tank? Is this the best way? Now, I guess, after what we've seen with the Knicks, Suns, Cavs did this year to try and get the best shot at Zion. And none of them even have a shot at Ja Morant, it seems. And we'll ask Frank Isola about what I'm about to say as well in hour number 3. And we'll ask him about the Morant RJ Barrett conundrum at 2 for Memphis and what that means for the Knicks at 3. Is this the best thing for the NBA? Can we figure out a better way to prevent tanking? Will teams now say, we're not tanking? Because it's hardly a good shot at getting the 1st overall selection? 6%. New Orleans, they got it. Memphis, 6%, didn't get it. But they were 26.3% shot at getting a top 4 pick, and they were down around 10. Why should you give a team that's around 10? Let me give you the exact. Yeah, they were 9th. They were sitting there 9th if they didn't get that pass up to the top 4. They would have picked 9th. That team should have a 25% shot at getting a top 4 pick. They were 9th. Is this good for the NBA?
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.